Hello, thank you very much for joining me on English Corner today. Today on English Corner, we shall continue with our exploration of the wrongly used English expressions and give the correct usages. Have you ever heard people say, borrow me your pen, borrow me your pencil? Well, that's wrong usage. So instead of saying, borrow me your pencil or your pen or whatever, you should say, please, may I borrow your pen? Or may I borrow your pencil? Or I want to borrow your pen. Or could you please lend me your pen? You see, between lend and borrow, there is a very thin line. They are so closely related in the sense that one has to do with the action of giving and another has to do with the action of taking. Borrow is to take from somebody his or her belonging for a while to be returned later. Just as lend is to give out what belongs to you to another to be returned later as well. So that's where the confusion came from, because both of them have to do with what is borrowed, what is taken, what is lent being returned. So along the line, some people got it all mixed up. And so instead of saying, could you lend me? They say, borrow me. But now, going forward, you should be saying, please, may I borrow your pen, or could you lend me your pen? Now, the next expression is this one. It's a prepositional phrase. You hear people say, he said it to my hearing. He said it to my hearing. No. Instead of saying, he said it to my hearing, please say, he said it in my hearing. He said it in my hearing. And that's the correct way to use that prepositional phrase. He said it in my hearing. They said it in my hearing instead of to my hearing. Now, prepositions are cute little English words that can put you in a lot of confusion if you don't pay close attention to them. You see all of them: to, into, by, at, and prepositional phrases like together with, in the company of, in company with. They are all prepositional phrases and prepositions too, independent prepositions that can really mar your written and spoken English. So another time when you want to convey the meaning that those people made sure you heard what they had to say, you say, they said it in my hearing and not to my hearing. Moving on now, the next English word that we're going to look at is this one: clothed, clothed. A lot of people say he was clothed in white safari suit. No, he was clothed in white safari suit. He was clothed in white safari suit. She was clothed in a lovely white gown. But what you often hear is, he was clothed. She was clothed. No, it's clothed. She was clothed in a lovely white wedding gown. Now, another expression which is very common in our dear country, Nigeria, is this one that has to do with power failure. Our people here in Nigeria commonly say, oh, there is no taking light. Got you, didn't I? You said that also. Well, most of us, say this. So instead of saying they have taken light, There is no light in my apartment. You should rather say, power has been interrupted. Our power is out. There is power outage. There is power blackout. You know, in Nigeria here, we have a lot of power issues. There's never enough power supply. So people interchange power with light because light is the expression of power being available. And of course, they would say there is no light to convey the meaning that there is no electrical power at the time of speech. So, dear fellow countrymen and women, next time, let's say there is no power, power has been interrupted, or our power is out, or there is power outage or power blackout. Well, moving on to the next expression is this one about somebody suddenly becoming ill. And you hear people say, he took ill. He took ill yesterday. No. Instead of saying that, you should say, he was taken ill yesterday. Mary was taken ill yesterday. Okonkwo was taken ill 2 nights ago. And this is an expression that conveys the meaning that someone suddenly fell ill. You could also say Mary fell ill yesterday, but certainly not Mary took ill yesterday. Now you know. Going forward, I believe you will know the right expression to use. And that's it on this show for today. Thanks a lot for watching. Don't forget before you go to subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button there in front of you. And also to join me another time as we explore more wrongly used English expressions and give the correct usages. Bye-bye now.